The City of Johannesburg in South Africa is tackling service delivery challenges within the inner city through a high-impact program. The executive mayor of the City of Johannesburg, Councillor Dada Morero, together with members of the Mayoral Committee and senior city officials, are leading what they term a high-impact service delivery program. The program was launched a year ago, and to discuss further what this service delivery program has managed to do as it marks a year since its launch, we speak to City of Johannesburg Member of the Mayoral Committee responsible for Group Corporate and Shared Services, Sithembiso Zungu. Sithembiso, thank you for joining us. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Asanda, and good morning to your viewers.
So take us back then in terms of when this high-impact service delivery program was launched a year ago. What was the mandate?
No, thanks, Asanda, and thanks for the opportunity. I think you would remember that there's always been cries and complaints from the residents that the city is actually deteriorated to a point where you are not able to do anything. And then the mayor said to us, the mandate is one. Let's go out there and reclaim the city of Johannesburg. Let's make sure that we bring it back to its glory. And I think we've never looked back. There's been challenges here and there, but we've remained on the ground, just trying to make sure that we actually keep to the mandate of what the mayor had actually proposed us to do. And indeed, it's been a year that these have been launched, and we've been on the road from day one, and we remain on the road. And I can tell you, throughout all the challenges, we can see that there is actually some improvements here and there. We have not been where we would have wanted to be, but I can tell you, with what we are seeing with the officials who are working with us, there is indeed that hope that we'll indeed reclaim the city of Johannesburg.
So we understand that there are weekly joint high-impact operations. Can you take us through what these are and what they intend to achieve, and why at this particular time they are necessary?
You know, I think when we started, it was said, no, this is about G20. There's nothing called high impact. They are going to just leave it out after G20. Some would say it's about campaigning. But the mayor said, you know what, let's make sure that we keep up with what we actually promised. We visit different regions. I think last week we went to, not even last week, this week we were in Randburg. I can tell you, I think we left it for too long. The rot in these cities is of high concern. But I think with the dedicated team that we have, and they've shown that they want to actually reclaim whatever is left of the city, and just to try and bring it back to its glory days. Randburg, I think you remember, it used to be a very nice city, and it had a lot of attention from visitors. But if you go there now, it's just terrible. But I think we did very well this past Monday. We did a lot of work. I think work that would have been taken days, but I think we did it in one day. We are going back again this coming Monday, just to make sure that we continue with our work, even beyond elections, because I think some will tell you, no, you guys are just campaigning. We see that all the time. But I like the fact that people are very positive about what we are doing, and we're going to keep on going until we get it right.
So how do these high-impact operations differ from routine law enforcement?
You see, they do not differ that much. That's just that I think from our part is more of an oversight role. The challenge is the official will tell you, no, we are not getting a lot of support from the law enforcement when you go out and do these services. Some will find that there's a resistance from a particular group of people who are not willing to work with us. Some will be in a space where they are not allowed to be selling. When approached by officials, will fight, which then requires that we must have law enforcement. So law enforcement has been up with us every day. As you can see that indeed there's been change. Where we need to arrest, we do arrest. So I can tell you with the collaboration between ourselves, the law enforcement and officials, there is indeed a big change and a big achievement to what we've actually been doing as the City of Johannesburg.
And you have reflected in terms of the impact these weekly operations have had so far, that they've yielded positive results. But can you measure that impact as far as crime reduction and community response?
If I were to take you to De Villiers Street in town, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think you'd remember De Villiers used to be I don't know how to describe it. It was just a mess. When you walk in there, it was a terrible mess. You would never walk into De Villiers. People will tell you, no, the level of crime in this area, in this street, is at another level. You can't even speak on your phone. You can't even hold your bag. But if you go there this morning or today, just if I were to take you there in De Villiers Street, you will see that we've done a huge work, and it's visible on the ground. People are telling us all the time. They are grateful about what they are seeing in town. We have not been where we wanted to be, but I can tell you, with street by street, we are reclaiming the City of Johannesburg. But I actually would like you to take you to town one day, take you to De Villiers Street, take you to Park Station, take you around those plain streets. You can see that we've done a lot of work. In terms of crime, yes, indeed, there's been a decline in terms of crime because our JMPD teams are on the ground fully, making sure that people are safe.
Can you share in terms of how many people were arrested this week in that operation that was conducted, and what led to those arrests?
In Randburg, we arrested 11. The immigration confirmed. Remember, when we do these operations, we go with immigrations. 10 of them, they had no papers to be in the country. They were here illegally, so they were verified by immigration team, and then they were taken to the police station to have the document opened. And then the 11th one is the owner of the grocery store, who hired an illegal foreigner. And as you'd remember, the law does not permit that an asylum seeker may then go and find work anywhere. So we then arrested that particular gentleman because he had actually broken the law. So we from time to time, when we go out, we take out immigration and they go with us, and then we arrest where we need to arrest.
So let's look ahead now in terms of how the city will ensure that these weekly operations have long-term effects or long-term change, and could they serve as a template for other cities?
You see, if our main challenge is the change of government. You'll find that from time to time, there's change of mayors. Then you're not able to sustain these programs. But if we were to go with such flow, even if the next person comes in, he says, no, I want to take over from where you left off, there should be no competition to say, I want to bring my own program. I cannot go with this program because it was started by this particular person. We can do a lot in this City of Johannesburg. I think I've been seeing a lot of other mayors and MMCs from other regions, provinces doing the same. I think we left it for too long, but it's not too late to actually start working and make sure that this becomes a success, not just during elections or during when maybe there's a particular event, but these are the things that we should be doing all the time as public reps. And I can tell you the impact is huge. And we're grateful, even with the support from our local residents, who from time to time will tell us about the changes they are seeing in the city. They want us to continue with these programs until the city is acclaimed fully.
Sithembiso, we thank you so much for your time here on Rise and Shine.
No, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. That's where we leave that conversation with Sithembiso Zungu. He is City of Johannesburg Member of the Mayoral Committee, responsible for group corporate and shared services, sharing with us a high-impact service delivery program launched a year ago. We're telling the impact it's had so far and looking into the future, how this is going to be making more impact and future changes. This is as the City of Johannesburg in South Africa tackles service delivery challenges, specifically within the inner city.